Good morning. Buenos dias. So today I'm going to talk about my journey with Bruegel. Bruegel was a painter, another Dutch painter. I don't know if he was Dutch at the time. They're lowlands or Belgium. The Flanders, that area, I guess. I don't know. But quite a long time ago, there was Bosch and Bruegel, and I've been using a lot of his stuff in my collages. Just as a brief history, there are several Bruegels, and Peter Bruegel the Elder is the one you're most familiar with. Then there's Peter Bruegel the Younger, was his son, and then he had another son who also did art, and that was, but he had a different first name, so he's not known as the Younger or the Older. And then Mr. Bruegel, the Bruegels had children, and they continued. They were all artists, Well, that was, at the time, I think a lot of people just continued they had family professions, and I think they just continued drawing. Anyways, so I'm just going to show you, talk a little bit about Bruegel the Elder. These are all Bruegel the Elders, and they're I'm going to talk about something else a little further down the line here. So here's one taken from one of his paintings. This girl is returning home, so I put some houses in the picture, and I got these from Bruegel painting. And then here is a Bruegel painting. They look familiar to you. You've seen them. The cool thing about using him in collages. Now, I don't have all my collages with me. Chris is upstairs photographing them. But if you look at this little thing, he has pictures of all these little people. They're all little people. All these little people standing around talking, doing some odd thing with that person, digging a ditch, a woman walking. There's someone hanging out of a window. Here's someone sitting on top of a roof. So there are all these wonderful little vignettes of little people that I have been using in my art, just dotting them here and there. They're beautiful colors too. A lot of brown tones and warm tones, and so I really like using him. And I've also used some of the buildings as well. And this is one of them. And this is the one that the children's games. And then here you see, little children working, or even playing, or even older people looking at younger people. And there are all kinds of people that give you just ideas of what to do with these little people. So I was using them not a lot, but I was using them in collages. Now, there's a cool one. So when you use art in collages, someone else's art, you have to make sure you have, it's only fair use, or is it infringement? So you have to ask yourself, is this infringement or is this fair use? Now, Bruegel, these pictures were all taken from Wikipedia Commons, and according to Wikipedia Commons, they're copyright free. So all these pictures I showed you can be downloaded from the Wikipedia site, the Wikipedia Commons. So this is a piece of art that I'm using, but I'm not using the whole thing. Now, if this was not free not copyright free, and I were to take a picture of this and sell it as merchandise, that would be a problem. I could be infringing. But if you're just taking small little bits and pieces and putting them in art, even though they're recognizable, it's called a transformative piece, where you're just taking something, but you're actually making it something else. It's a part of a larger piece that is not what it is in this. I'm going to put a link on the bottom about and I think I'll put them, I'll try to make it, that link, I'll put them more than once. It's about infringement and fair use, and it's very interesting. And it's pretty much, you can read it, and they give examples, and so it's very readable and understandable. So I'll definitely get this. So this has been my journey with Mr. Bruegel, the Bruegel the Elder, and I just love his paintings. I love the color. I love this blue-green that he uses a lot. I just love that color, and you just see this cohesiveness to his pieces as well. His buildings are great, and I'll just give you that closer one. So anything that's on Wikipedia, I'm assuming anything that's on Wikipedia Commons that says is copyright free is fair use. And especially, I mean, I'm not, as I said, I'm not taking a picture of this, putting it on, making it a collage with just, a couple little things added. I'm doing just the opposite. I'm doing my piece and then maybe just giving it some dimension or some curiousness by adding a few things that might be on this picture or on this page. So that's always a question. I think a lot of people that talk about fair use and infringement, they don't, they're like, no, you can't use anything, you can't use anything. Well, you can use a lot of stuff. It can't be, especially if you're teaching, like teaching tools can be used. Like if I were teaching an art class, I could certainly use this as showing them who Peter Bruegel the Elder was, and all that sort of thing. But also you can use it in your art if it's transformative. And that, again, is a judgment call. If it's transformative, then you can use it. So anyways, there's more to read about that. It's very interesting. But find an artist you like, especially these old guys, these old people. Old guys, old women, I don't know. Look at how pretty that is. And incorporate them into your art. You can't find paintings like this anymore. They're really gorgeous. So this is my journey with Mr. Bruegel. I wish I could show you more. I don't have them because, but maybe if I do show some of the art that I use some of his little people in, I'll when I have it, when it's been photographed, after it's photographed, I'll show them to you. Anyway, some of these are in my original art, but little people. Okay, so have a great day.